Well, I warned you during set review season that blue-red prowess would be good, didn't I? I mean, didn't I? Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's daily draft, the first draft of the new set, The Brothers War. We have a lot to get into. These first drafts of these new sets always require a ton of reading, and I won't be able to read every single card here today, but I'm going to do the best I can. I'll hover over cards that I think are important, and we will go from there. Let's dive into our first Brothers War draft here on the channel with the Stone Brain, which if you want to go ahead and pause and read it, it's unplayable. We're not going to take it. Hulking Metamorph. I'll try to make all these picks take the full amount of time so I can talk as much as I can between them. But Hulking Metamorph is a nice little artifact prototype payoff. Involuntary cooldown is good in blue aggressive decks. Splitting the Power Stone seems not playable. And I think Excavation Explosion is the best common in this set, or very close to it. So I'm probably going to take this. There is a Pristine Talisman here in the uncommon slot. If you are interested in seeing what the collation of these packs are and how they're all kind of made up and what this little thing is, you can go ahead and check out my, my set reviews on the channel for this format. These are called retro artifacts, as well as, prototype and and unearth, all kinds of fun things going on here, but there is just not enough time in these packs to be able to talk about every single thing here. So let's see. I think this pick is between Audacity and Obstinate Baloth. Obstinate Baloth is a really, really good card. 4 mana, 4/4, gain 4 with some discard text that probably doesn't matter. Audacity is also... I was thinking of a different card. This one's kind of like Rancor, but not as good as Rancor. Sibling Rivalry could be good if you go into like a black-red Steel and Sack deck. Whirling Strike in a red aggressive deck. Liquid Metal Coating is not for us and not for really anyone in Limited. Blitz Automaton's a fun prototype card. Scrapwork Mutt is a nice little unearth card. Energy Refractor is also very good in this set. 2 mana, artifact, draw a card. And it also filters your mana if you need to splash anything. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Obstinate Baloth there. Sundering Titan. Huh. I don't know. That's an interesting one. We have an interesting pick here between Sundering Titan, Giant Cindermaw, which is great in like a red-green ramp aggro deck. Maybe we can wheel the Boulder Branch Golem, which is also very good. But there's also a Third Path Iconoclast. Now, this card is very good in blue-red, and I'm very high on blue-red at the start of this format. I think it's going to be one of the better decks in the format based on my pre-release experience and set review experience and all that kind of stuff. We've already got one of the best spells. But we do have an Obstinate Baloth and... Oh, okay. I was thinking this card is the 2 mana one that makes Power Stones. And then you have to sacrifice Power Stones, which it is not, but it's still a very, very good aggressive card. And right now we have a really good looking green-red aggro deck. Shoot Down could wheel. Third Path if we wanted to abandon the Baloth, but I'm going to go ahead and stay red-green here and instantly regret it when we see yet another Third Path Iconoclast. Obviously, hindsight's 20/20. I would have loved to take that one too. And you know what? Maybe it's worth specking on here because we have a Shoot Down. Gnawing Vermin is good, but not for this deck, I don't think. Race to the Ground seems fine. Probably would main deck the first copy of this. But instant regrets for having not taken the Third Path Iconoclast in the last pack. But that's not to say we can't take this one here. There's some decent blue cards coming around too. I have a feeling we're hooking up this person in blue-red, which means we might be cut in pack 2. Shoot Down is a main deckable card in this format in my opinion. But it's either Raise to the Ground and Shoot Down if we want to stay here, or Third Path Iconoclast if we want to maybe see if blue-red. And I'm going to go ahead and try to spike a Third Path Iconoclast here. Wow, 5th pick, Excavation Explosion. Yes, please. What else is here? I don't mind Recommission. That's a pretty good card. A little Reanimate. Get an extra mana off of it. Jalum Tome is far too expensive for Modern Limited. I don't think that's very good at all. Evangel of Synthesis. I think we're just too far away from this deck already here today. Power Stone Fracture's pretty good in black-red sack, but I think another Excavation Explosion is where I want to be. Thopter Architect seems a little bit slow to me. Usually when there's 4 mana 2/3s with aggressive abilities, they just don't really get there on their own. So I think I'm going to take another Excavation Explosion here. Ooh, Ichor Wellspring. I love this card. 2 mana, ETBs draw a card, and when it's put into the graveyard, you draw a card. It's a good one. There is basically no green here. I mean, there's a Tomagal Honor Guard, but that's not great. There's a Clay Revenant. There's also really no blue. I mean, there's an Air Marshal, but that doesn't really count. Suchi Cave Guard is a good ramp target. We have 2 ways to make Power Stones already. Clay Revenant is more of like a dirtily black-red sack deck. There's Conscripted Infantry, which might just be decent in a deck like this. We're going to have to watch out on our 3-drop slot, but I'm going to go ahead and take the red card here and see if we can stay there. So Energy Refractor, but I don't think we're going down that path with this deck. So far, this Obstinate Baloth is kind of the thing that's pushing us toward like an aggressive green-red deck. Don't have many 2-drops or anything yet, but there's a Weakstone Subjugation here, which is a good removal spell. Goes well with Iconoclast, but green is looking to be very cut. It's also a Scrapwork Rager, and I really like this card. It's a 4 mana 2/2 ETBs draw card, gain a life, a lot like Phyrexian Rager from Dominaria United, and it unearths for 3 and a black. I think I'm going to go ahead and take the Subjugation to go with our Iconoclast here. Now we see a Stirred Lesson. This card is also quite good. 3 mana, draw 2, discard, make a tap, Power Stone. We're going to have to get some big boys in here too with all these Power Stones we're making, because one problem in this format I think we're going to be able to run into here is having all the Power Stones and nothing to do with them. So even playing like a Coastal Bulwark in this kind of deck is not the end of the world. Use those Power Stones to surveil. Velagi Vanguard's pretty good in red-white, but let's go ahead and take Stirred Lesson here. And here is the wheel. Involuntary cooldown versus a second Weakstone's Subjugation. I really want some of the prowess creatures like Monastery Mentor and the 3 mana 2/2 flying prowess. Splitting the power. It's between cooldown and subjugation. This card is pretty good. It's a little expensive. I think I'm going to take my second thing here. Now we see a combat trick. We see Urza's rebuff. We have an Unearth card here. We have Blitz Automaton and Sibling Rivalry. Might take my first prototype card. This isn't one of the better ones. And Sibling Rivalry is not great in a deck like this. But this is a way to use that Power Stone mana. So if we don't get access to any of the good ones, we could run a Blitz Automaton. Ooh, it wheeled. We're doing it. Why is it in the same pack as a Dwarven Forge Chanter? Ugh, I really want this card. But holy cow, why is this wheeling? Is my question. Okay. Now everything's coming back. Raise to the Ground and Desynchronize both came back. We're probably okay on removal here, so let's take some unconditional removal for big fat artifacts. And I think we're probably looking at blue-red here. Yeah, I mean, we have 6 non-creatures already. Evangelist Synthesis coming back too. What is everyone doing? I mean, is there a world where we end up blue-black? Probably not. Maybe this is a splash if we can? I don't know. But sure, I'll take all these blue-red cards. All right, here's something to do with our mana late. So Mishra's Research Desk is pretty good as well. But I played against this card in the pre-release, and it was a problem when it hit the battlefield. All right, here's an interesting one. I'm seeing Monastery Swiftspear, which I said I really do want the prowess creatures, and I do. Another Excavation Explosion. That's a close one. What does this one do? No, that's okay. Steel Exemplar. So if no one took this thing, does this wheel? Is that crazy? I think we need the Swift Spear. I mean, Explosion's obviously great, and I would play as many copies of this as I can get. But we also need some creatures, and I think I'm going to go ahead and take the Monastery Swift Spear here. Alright, we have another Suchi Cave Guard. I don't think we need to play two of these. Another Race to the Ground, probably not playing two of these. Whirling Strike, could play a copy. But I see Scatter Ray, or as I like to call it, Essence Scatter. Not really, but it's close. 2 mana, counter an artifact or creature unless its controller pays 4. Machine over Matter's not too great, and everything else here is not really for us. I'm hoping Whirling Strike wheels. But yeah, we'll go ahead and take the Scatter Ray here. And really be looking for Dwarven Forge Chanters, Swift Spears, and 3 mana 2/2 Flying Prowess. Okay, so here we have another, well, our first involuntary cooldown, which could be good. Take Flight, which is very good in very specific circumstances. And Weakstone Subjugation number 3. We're not super defensive, so I don't know how good 3 of these will be, so I think it's between these two. We could put this on top of our Iconoclast, or even put this on top of any one of the 1/1s that it makes. That's pretty good. The last one of these wheeled, we might be able to wheel this one too. So I'm going to take the Take Flight here. Ooh, Swift Spear, yes please. What else is there here? Mishra's Domination, I don't like. Pendragon Strongbull's good in certain decks. Mightstone's Animation would be good if we had a couple of the... Mightstone's Animation plus Ichor Wellspring is an awesome combo in the format. Philology Archaeologist, no thank you. Retrieval Agent, no thank you. So we are going to slam Monastery Swift Spear here. And look for, you know, just more blue-red stuff. Giant Cindermaw is just a good card. 3 mana 4/3 trample, players can't gain life? Sure. We have 3 ways to make Power Stones right now. Not too bad. Would hope to replace this with maybe a better prototype creature. I'll let you read prototype if you need to. Basically, you can have a 7 mana 6/4 haste or a 3 mana 3/2 haste. Okay, so this is an interesting one here. Junkyard Genius, I think, is the best card in this pack, but I think we're just committed to blue-red at this point. So I'm looking at Zephyr Sentinel versus Stern Lesson here. Zephyr Sentinel is quite good. It's just a 2 mana 2/1 flash flyer, and that is great. We don't have any we have 1 soldier. What's the soldier? The infantry, which may not even make the cut. I think I'm going to take the Sentinel over second Stern Lesson. This also has flash, and it's a 2-drop. So that's why I'm going to take that one there. Sure, I'll take a third. Don't think I'm going to wheel anything out of this pack, but Scatter Ray number 2 would be fine. But yeah, I'll take a third Path Iconoclast. A third Path Iconoclast? Sure. Say that 3 times fast. Alright, I'm liking this deck so far. Definitely want some Dwarven Forge Chanters. And the blue prowess creature. I've mentioned them several times, but haven't seen any. 2 more chances this pack. We'll see if they come around. Oof. Nothing here. There's a Reconstructed Thopter. Some Mishra's Onslaught. Dig Site. And a Juggernaut. I don't really like many of these. This is an instant. It creates soldiers. I mean, maybe it's good enough. I doubt it is, but I'll go ahead and throw that on the sideboard. Looking for some more instants. Currently only have 2. There's the Chanter. Awesome. It's not even the wheel either. 2 mana 1/3 ward, pay 2 life, and prowess. Yeah. Love to see that. So we're going to drop all these 2-drops and then remove everything and then kill them. We may not even need either of these. Just with these power stones, we have nothing to do with them right now. I mean, subjugation, I guess, is a way. Oh my gosh, pick 9 excavation explosion. What's going on? All right, sure, I'll take it. We debated that in the first pack, but instead went with... What do we take instead? I'm not sure. I don't think I'm playing 2 of these. A Whirling Strike seems pretty good with all of our prowess here, so I'm going to go ahead and take first copy of Whirling Strike. What did we take in that first pack? We took Swift Spear over Excavation Explosion, but this one wheeled anyway, so thank you. And Cooldown came back too. All right, so we are the only blue-red drafter at the table, and that's exactly where you want to be. I doubt we're playing these. Maybe we could play that one, but this one just... It's going to rot in our hand too often when we want to just be playing cheap creatures and hitting them in the face. Maybe there's another Dwarven Forge Chanter that could come around. No, I don't care about any of this. So this is looking to be on the chopping... Oh, there is. Awesome. All right, 2 of these, 2 of these. Let's get a 3-mana 2/2 Flying Prowess. I can't remember the name of it. Wing Commando? I think Wing Commando is what it's called. All right, what do we got here? Harbin Vanguard Aviator is for blue-white soldiers, which is not us, unfortunately. So what do we have here? We have probably just another Stern Lesson. 3-mana, draw 2, discard 1, make a Power Stone. Self-Assembler, no. Rust Goliath, no. Another Baloth. Steel Seeker's good. I think Stern Lesson is what's for us here. So we'll go ahead and take Stern Lesson number 2. Ooh. Alright, so Sky Strike Officer is quite good with soldiers, which we only have 1. I don't think that's for a 3-mana 2/3 flyer. Attacks make a 1/1. It's pretty good, but we can have 3-mana 2/2 flyer that attacks as like a 4/4 flyer a lot of the time, which is great. And I think that's where I'm landing, because I told you I wanted a Wing Commando, and here's the copy of Wing Commando that I do want. Third Path Savant might not be bad in this deck with all these Power Stones. Can draw 2 cards late with all those Power Stones, but I want Wing Commando. So let's take Wing Commando. What else we got? Ornithopter. Nope. Race to the Ground number 2, probably not. Urza's Rebuff, I doubt it. Maybe an Unleash Hell. Transmogrant Altar, Coastal Bulwark could be a... I mean, we're pretty aggressive, and this is still an aggressive removal spell. So it's not too bad. I think Race to the Ground's probably not good enough in this deck, only because we're hoping that we're going to have them dead by the time they're casting, like, 8-mana artifacts, right? I think I'm going to take the first copy of Unleash Hell here, and we'll see about the 4th copy of Excavation Explosion. We might even wheel one of these 2 here. But yeah, we'll take 4. Sure. This deck seems busted to me. Probably run 16 lands too. Right? I mean... I don't know what to cut. We still have like 10 more picks. All right, so here we have Cliff Stomper, which I do not like. We have another Subjugation, another Whirling Strike, a Scrapwork Mutt. What's our creature count at? 10? It's not too bad. How about non-creature? 13. I like that. What am I most likely to play here? Probably one of these two. Probably a second Whirling Strike, but I don't think I'm really going to play many of those cards here. I will play a second Wing Commando, though. Yeah, sounds good to me. Maybe we don't need something like Take Flight in this deck. I mean, I'm probably going to wheel at least one involuntary cooldown. The first and second drafts of the format are always difficult to figure out cuts because you don't know what's good and what's not yet. But am I crazy in thinking that everything I have here is just good? Maybe the Subjugation's not because it's basically 4 mana for us. Elsewhere Flask, 2 mana, draw a card. Triggers Iconoclast, triggers all of our prowess stuff. Curate's just better than that, though. I think I'll take Curate. And maybe we play it. It's good with Scatter Ray. I'm not sure these are great. This is bad. This is not great. This is fine. Race to the Ground, Sibling Rivalry, Wings, maybe an Evolving Wilds. Bitter Reunion seems decent in this deck. With all of our cheap creatures, we could just, you know, get a Rummager and then get them all back later. With Haste. Here's the wheel. I doubt I'm playing anything here. So we don't really have an outstanding way to use all of these Power Stone tokens. And by outstanding, I mean we don't really have any way to use them. So how good is 3 mana, draw 2, discard 1? There's a third pass Savant. I said that one might come back, and it did. That's a way to use it. I don't think I'm going to play any of these here. Thought this one might wheel, so... I don't know here. This is going to be tough cuts. When you have a deck as good as this one, I don't know how to make cuts here. And a Domination to end it. Alright, let's see how to build this interesting deck here. Alright, so we've got a bunch of creatures. Let's see how many creatures we have and which ones we might want to cut. That's a potential cut. But everything else I think we need to keep. So these are potential cuts because we're going to be aggressive with this deck. So I don't think paying the extra 3 is going to be super mana efficient for us. I think I'd like to run 16 lands with this deck. Whirling Strike seems good to protect our creatures from combat. Bit of reunion if we flood out a little bit. Curate is good with Scatter Ray, and also good with 3 Iconoclasts here. I mean, how many non-creatures do we have right now? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 non-creature spells, which is great. We probably don't even need that much. This is too defensive. We're aggressive. We're going to have to get on the aggressive here. We probably don't need 2 of those. Cut that. Cut 3 more. Probably don't need 2 of these. I doubt we need Take Flight. And then, what's the last cut here? A Stern Lesson, maybe? Because we don't really use the Power Stones well. Second Whirling Strike. I like the 2 Whirling Strikes, though. Maybe a second Stern Lesson. We're not really using the Power Stone all that well. And we still have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 13 non-creatures, which is great. Yeah. All right. Well, here's the first deck of the format. Let's hope it performs well in the queue. I mean, if you could tell me I could have this deck on my first draft before getting in there, I would be ecstatic. This is a great one, in my opinion. Let's hope it like lives up to expectations here. Looks good to me. We'll keep it. These are sweet lands. It's from Unfinity or yeah, Unfinity, I guess it was. Scrapwork Mutt. Okay. Discarding a Juggernaut. I'm gonna be mana efficient here and play the Cindermaw. I know I could play this and set up for big turns, but gonna be mana efficient while I can. All right, so black red, Rock Hunter. Okay. Can cast the explosion here and have attacks. Could also just kind of set up my board a little bit more. This would trade for that. I'm actually going to hold back the Cindermaw in the event that I decide to explosion next turn. Or something. That I don't care about. Although they are kind of close. Okay, so no. And this is only on their turn. If it's a 0-4 on my turn, that's fine by me. Let's get in here. I regret not attacking last turn, but it doesn't matter. It ended up the exact same now, so that's fine. Alright, what you gonna do now? We have 3 non-creatures to start going off in our hand. That is fine. Oof. Trigger, 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 trigger. I'll take a land at this point. Okay, which one do I want to kill? Kill the 2/2. I know they both have Unearth, but this one's a more expensive Unearth. And if I want to use their whole turn unearthing that thing, I'm fine with that. They're going to kill one of these? Looks like they will. Oh, come on. They can kill both? Really? Well, that is annoying now. Huh. Maybe I did not get maximum value out of having these on the battlefield when they were. Alright, so now we can do this. Discard the land. Get in with everything. They'll block and we'll Whirling Strike, get more triggers, kill their stupid thing. Now they're down to 9. We have a removal spell in hand. All this unearth doesn't matter. We're at 20. We don't care about really any of that. So it matters what's here. See if they kill a Swift Spear. Way to sacrifice it? They have to, right? Yes, they do. Ooh, fancy. Alright. Alright, let's hope it's not some stupid bomb. Discard the island, obviously. Do have to remember that this thing can go face, and we do have 3 more copies in the deck, so depends on what they got out with from their diabolic intent here, but let's see what it is. What are you targeting? I can't see. The mutt? Oh. Okay. Battlefield Butcher. Alright. Here come all the lands. You know how it is on this channel. Yeah, well, they kind of sufficiently stabilized. We just need 1 explosion off the top, and we're good, though. We have 3 more in the deck. But knowing how it goes on this channel, we'll probably draw lands for 2 or 3 more turns in a row here, so. Cost modified to 0. Well, that must be nice. Alright, need another explosion off the top, please. Well, now it costs 1, so at least there's that. Can give this creature haste. So we have lethal right now if they have nothing in hand. And I think I might go for it. We can return the soldier to our hand, give this haste, attack with it, and then attack with, and then finish them off here. Alright, I'm gonna go for it and really regret my life if they're getting priority, but it could just be this activation. So remember that. Oh wait, no! Oh. Alright, day 1 of the format. I need to put this on the battlefield first and then activate that. Oh my gosh. Okay. I think I still do it. That's so bad. That's so bad. Okay. Well, let's see what they got. Yeah, I had the win. What else do you have now? Well, I don't think that'll do it. Have to have something else. Okay, that's all fine. And there are more lands. Okay. I had to win an easier way, but for next time, Bitter Reunion, you have to have the creatures on the battlefield in order to give them haste before you do that. So, yeah. Here's where we're at. 1-0. Never didn't have it, right? Alright, we're on the play here with a bit of a slow hand, but we do have Wing Commando on 3 at the very least, so that's not bad. I'm just going to use my mana now while I can, only because I think we're going to be using our mana almost every turn from here on out. What else do you have? Some sort of 0-cost card over there? They were still getting priority after they played a land and a creature. And a mist land, I see. I'm just going to do this. And then get in there and pass. So we can save that with Whirling Strike, and I think that's probably worth it, because it gets the prowess trigger. So I'm going to go ahead and save that here. Bone Saw. Oh, that was their free card. Okay. Alright, well, let's see if we have lethal from 13. Haven't done the math, but we could. Alright, so they're going to take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we do not have lethal here. But I think it's worth pushing the damage. Because we just have 2 face spells here. So they're going to take 9. Go down to 4. And then any one of these plus an explosion is lethal. Or they're just dead in 2 turns. So that's fine. It means we win. Prowess is very good. We have 6 of them in this. And we technically have 9 prowess creatures if you count the 2 iconoclasts. Or the 3 iconoclasts as well. Well, this hand is great. We're keeping this one. With these style of decks, I always struggle with... Do I play my prowess creatures first and then try to get off big turns with my spells? Or do I just start getting value off of, like... If I play Iconoclast next turn, do I just start playing Curates and Whirling Strikes before I drop the Chanter? Or which way do you do that? I never really know. Alright, 2 mana, 2/3. You could pay 5 to make it a 6/6. Okay. Rather than attacking and playing Whirling Strike and not developing my board, I'm just going to play the Iconoclast here so that I have the option to do that next turn. If they don't fight one of these down, which they very well might. For as long as I'm mana screwed, I need to keep putting creatures on the board. So. Prison Sentence, okay. Can save that with Zephyr Sentinel, so that's nice. I like that. So let's just flash this in on their turn and returning... Actually, what we could do now is we can do this, returning Swift Spear and attack with it. Lose a little bit of the value of flash with this, but I think it's important to add to the board like we did. All right, they're getting aggressive too here. What do you got? Yeah, that's what I thought they had. Okay. Alright, first strike, trample. Don't think I want to play another one this turn. So I'll just let that happen. I'll play the Chanter now. And the next turn we have all kinds of spells we can go off with. And prowess. Siege Veteran is a great one. Alright, they do have priority, which I don't like, and I don't know the set well enough to really know if it's... Okay, that's fine, I think. Obviously doing this one here. Then we'll do this one. Get rid of that, keep that. And smack him for however much we smack him for. We lose our 1/1, but that's fine. They're down to 8. We have 3 direct damage and more triggers next turn. Okay. Do we have lethal? I don't know. Maybe. There's got to be no way this goes wrong for us, right? I mean, like, if we just kill that, get all kinds of triggers here, and just swing out, like, what else could they have? So they eat this, and they eat one of these, and they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here. Yeah. Woof, this deck is something else, folks. Okay, so we're on the draw this time with not a great hand, if we're being honest. I mean, we have explosions, but we have no... This doesn't do much for a while. This may never be cast. This doesn't have a target. I think I'm actually going to mulligan this one. I think I'll keep here. This is much better. So we can go 1, 2, 3, bottoming the Cindermaw. Or since we're on the draw, we can do this. I think this is fine to bottom a land here at this point. We have like 3 turns to draw a land. So we'll obviously draw one, right? Alright, blue-red mirror. See if they play an Iconoclast like we did. Rock Hunter, okay. I think I'm okay just trading this off for that. They may not even block. I mean, I got a mana advantage. Yeah, I didn't think they would. Alright. Now, obviously, we need a land. However... Like I said, we had 3 turns to find one on the draw. They didn't get priority. Got their own Swift Spear. Alright, we found the land here. They won't be blocking because of prowess. Which means we can do this. Oh, they have a counterspell. Dang it. Alright. That's why they kept that up. I see. Alright, so who's on the aggression here? Is it them or us? Could be them. I don't think they have an instant anymore. Unless they have another counterspell. Draw your second card, get a counter on it, and when it dies, make a Thopter. Go ahead and put this one here. Get the triggers. Kill everything and attack. I'm a little worried about the fact that we may not be the aggressor here. We might have to chill out on attacking here soon, which would not be good, but let's see. Yeah, they're getting hot too. Alright, since we're not getting prowess triggers on this attack, I'm just gonna go ahead and drop this and have it get countered again. And possibly start making some trades. Neither of these are soldiers. It can give itself flying though, so... Ah, jeez. You really never want to be put in the spot where you're using your prowess on defense. However, I mean, if we attack, they would just kill us on the backswing, so we can't really attack. Aggro versus aggro, whoever goes first is usually at the advantage. Would love them to dump their whole turn into this, because we could play it and eat it. My guess is they have some sort of removal here. Oh, some sort of removal, he says. X damage to target creature. What is X? 3? Yeah, X is 3. Killing this. Well, we can't cast 2 spells, so I guess that resolves. Alright, good card to discard to Stern Lesson here. That was probably not a great attack on my part, but like, if we just sit back with this hand, we're not gonna win. Yeah, they're probably just gonna attack out. Okay, so they have an instant in hand. Just the fact, well, maybe not. Do they get a Thopter when this dies? Well, right now it has really good attacks on this board, although the Whirling Strike can take care of it. I'm wondering if Excavation Explosion on the Iconoclast is better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does not quite kill them. So I think Explosion here is probably better. And then we just pass and try to eat this with a Whirling Strike. It's a close one here. We just got off to a little bit on the back foot, and it's been hard to recover. Yeah, playing the mirror. So they get a Thopter now. I hate using all these cards on defense, but I mean... Is Swift Spear even good here? Not really. I bet it's better than a land, though. Okay. Okay. It's probably lethal with Air Marshal at this point. We just didn't really draw. We got in a defensive position, started trading off, and then drew lands. I mean, it's gonna happen. Don't really see a way to get out of this at this point. They have two? They have two. So they've had 4 in their deck, is that right? Yeah, 4 Scatter Rays. We don't have a lot of creatures, so... Alright, well, we're bound to lose at least 1 there. Had to mulligan, 1 on the defensive, 4 Scatter Rays. It is what it is. Let's try to get the trophy here, though. Alright, we're on the play again with a good hand that we're going to keep. Hopefully we find another land. But worst case, we've got Iconoclast into Curate, finding a second land. No Disfigure, please. Good. That's fine. Oh, man. I'm going to risk it here. I know we miss a land drop, but we get 2 triggers off of this next turn. Their color's screwed. There's our land. So here's the spot that I mentioned being in where I don't know what order to play these things in. Now they have a land, they're probably going to kill one of these now, and I won't get the trigger off of it. See, there goes the death, and I won't get that trigger. But, do I wait on playing Wing Commando? Because now this is a really good aggressive creature, you know? Let's play Curate, try to find a land here. Well, both of these actually seem pretty good. Nothing else to do, so let's do this. Get another trigger, push some more damage, get prowess, all that kind of stuff. Man, could you imagine if they didn't have the Excavation Explosion for the other one? That would have been a busted turn. Ichor Wellspring, good card. I don't know if it'll get you out of this. Mishra's Onslaught. Okay. That's pretty good. It's going to make me use my whole turn here, but I'm still going to do this. Now, next turn, they're probably just dead. Explosion to the face, hit him with Commando. We'll see. That's, I think, fine. Now they have to kill Commando. Yeah. Alright, sweet. Well, you know, when your deck works like it's supposed to, it goes very well. And when you have to get put on the defensive, it doesn't. Surprise, surprise. Alright, we're on the draw, but this hand is quite good with Swift Spear and Iconoclast into who knows what, but we'll see. Would have been better if this was blue. That way we could potentially go Curate and Weak Stone on the next one. Oh god, that's annoying. Why? That's just such an annoying card. Alright. Well, I guess we're gonna have to mill 3 next turn. We have to kill them before this thing kills us. And them. Why would you play this? That's just annoying. Sure. Ha, you didn't have to mill any. Just pass all your turns and I'm fine with that. As long as you die before I do. Okay, Scatter Ray, yeah. Mill 4 to Mesmeric Orb. Mill 5 next turn. I mean, I guess it does something, doesn't it? Like, we might not have enough power to win here. Jeez. Okay, resolves. God. 14 cards in deck? Now we have to mill 7? So we have to win next turn, right? Is that right? I think we do. Basically. They can't gain life from the Onulet because of the Cinder Moss, so at least there's that. Yeah, that's fine. You can't gain life. So I think we win now? Get a Swift Spear trigger here first, just in case. Make sure I don't mill myself. I mean, we just win, right? They could have, I don't know, they could have like that instant speed thing, but at this point, like, they're not getting any triggers. I'm just going to decline, and then I'm going to activate this. Give my creatures haste. Alright, cool, we got there. Whew, what on earth? These cards are just going to make this format so weird. Playing Mesmeric Orb? I mean, against an aggro deck, it's quite good. I'm tapping out and attacking every turn, so it almost killed me. Oh well, got the win. We're good. Okay, so we're on the play here. We don't have a red, but if we draw any land, we can play double Wing Commando. A red makes this hand outstanding, and worst case, we can counter one of their creature spells, so I'm going to keep this. But again, this is one of those yikes and keep things. Now, obviously, if we just draw the land, then we're good. And at this point, I think I'm actually just going to curate to find the land. And bin anything that's not a red land. I'll keep both, sure. Alright. Go ahead and play the Wing Commando here, see what they do about it. They might have some sort of removal. Can you sacrifice this without a target? I don't think you can. So they have to have some sort of instant here. I gotta kill it. Some sort of combat. It might be a Whirling Strike, to be honest. Strongbolt. Okay. Mountain. Iconoclast. Hold up Whirling Strike and Scatter Ray. You can have that one. It makes their strong bowl a little bit better, but that's okay. No blocks. I still think they have a Whirling Strike in hand. Just play some 3-drop creature. I don't think I care about that. Alright, let's get these triggers here now on my turn. Just gonna get in here. I'm gonna hold up Scatter Ray continually because that seems like their way out of this game. They keep attacking us for 2 here. I don't care about that. But if they play like the 4/4 gain 4 life here. I'm just going to scatter ray that. Or that. And that should do it. All right. I believe that is 6-1. We got 2 chances at the trophy in our first draft of the format. So hope we get it. All right, we're on the play here with a sketchy hand, but I think it's a keep. Swift Spear and Explosion, and any blue opens up the hand pretty well. So I think I'll keep this and potentially hate my life in about 3 minutes. We'll see. Right. We're both color screwed here. I think I'm okay trading the Swift Spear off for the Mutt. Is that true? They may not block. Yeah, I didn't think they would. Ashnod's Harvester. Probably an Excavation Explosion target. They have some sort of white combat trick. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's that one. It's Lauren's Escape. Okay, yeah. All right, well, now we just need blue. Not what I meant. Yeah, they get a plains. They might just be mono white. All right, we're off to the races here. I might just Stern Lesson so that we can find potential another blue source and then start going off. I think I'll do that. Yeah, I think they're mono white. They've played a lot of cards here. I think that's okay. I could just trade that with this, right? Scatter Ray's getting worse and worse as this game goes, though, so actually I think I'm going to just do this. Because the more and more... And they have another trick, do they? Looks like they have another Lauren's Escape. Potentially. Okay. Another blue? No. I think it's time to Stern Lesson again. Should I be attacking with this thing? I mean, they would trade it with the Harvester. But again, I'm suspicious of another Lauren's Escape. Why wouldn't they be attacking then? Yeah, they have another Lauren's Escape, I think. I mean, if I get it out of their hand, then that... Okay, well, it traded. It's not the end of the world, I guess. So if I find a land, I could play Iconoclast on my turn, which is why I'm doing this now. This just seems too expensive for this board. Take 5? Yeah, I guess I'll take 5 here. Another Power Stone Engineer. Okay, it's tough to get this damage through here now. Let's play this. And then another one. I should probably be blocking with this one. One double strike. Yeah, they get a Power Stone, but like, yeah. Means I should have blocked last turn, but I didn't know what I was doing last turn. No, don't kill the Iconoclast. Now we're going to draw nothing but lands. Not quite. Gosh, I want to be aggressive, but like, can I afford to be? So if I did this, put it here, that would deal them 8 damage this turn down to 6. They would be dead next turn. Even if they killed one of these, they would be dead next turn. One, two, three, four, five, 6. Yeah, there's no way they can kill us from here, right? I mean, am I crazy? Although they have another Lauren's Escape. Duh. What do they have? I don't know the set well enough to know what this one white mana thing could be. So hope they can't pump the Combat Thresher too many times. Well, that would have been nice to save this for. Giving that lifelink. Now we are out of range, unfortunately. This is so frustrating. And there comes the land. Gosh, that is so annoying. Of course, they played a flyer that also gained them life. If it was a 3/3 flyer and nothing else, we would win right now. It had to be that one, didn't it? All right, how do we get out of this? Double block here, kill this, and then die, I guess. So, yeah, do that. And if they swing out, we're dead. Although at this point, we're basically just dead anyway. I mean, I pushed the damage. Should I just... I definitely the previous turn should have used the Excavation Explosion on the Chaplain. I don't know why I used the expensive one. Double strike. I mean, we can double chump, but yeah. That was a bit of a mistake, but this stupid big fat white bomb rare is gonna kill us anyway at that point. Gosh. Alright, we're on the play here and we're keeping this one. Let's see if we can run away with this game like we did a few of the other ones. Gotta dodge a couple removal spells. No disfigures to deal with these super early. Okay, that's a pretty good answer. Would love a red land here, so we can go Swift Spear and Iconoclast. Nope. Instead, we'll just miss land drops. Down goes one of them, I'm sure, yep. And here's where things start to spiral out of control. Alright, so this doesn't even do anything because they have access to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana right now. So unless they play an 8 drop or higher, we can't counter it. Well, this deck was definitely a trophy deck, but fortunately, did not quite get there with it, did we? Three lands in our top 16 cards here. Oh, man. It's probably the best blue-red deck I'm going to draft the entire format, and it doesn't even get a trophy. Sometimes you get mana screwed. It doesn't really matter what we do at this point, I don't think. Yeah, I'll just save all of our times here. Well, that was incredibly frustrating. Went 6-2 with this deck, that's what we'll call it, because the last game didn't count. But either way, hopefully you got a good idea of what the Brothers War limited format's going to be like, and the fact that blue-red is really, really good when you draw your lands, as we did in most of these games, 6-1 to 6-3. Feels horrible, but it was a really, really good draft nonetheless. Had some great plays, had some really good games. And thanks so much for sticking around to this end of this video, and I will see you tomorrow for your daily draft.